What's really good? We are back with another Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. Today I'm doing some VGC online. I've been doing a lot of VGC, getting better and better every single day, and that's exactly what I wanted. So yeah, if you guys have noticed, I've definitely been doing a lot of VGC, just trying to practice, just trying to educate myself as much as possible. Gonna be battling my boy Too Sharp. I'm gonna leave his link in the description for real this time. I definitely forgot last time, but gonna leave his link in the description. We're both actually using pretty similar teams. We both have Alolan Muk, we both have Gyarados, we both have Tapu, Bulu, stuff like that. Both have Marowak. But he's going to lead off with his Gyarados and Marowak. I'm going to lead off with my Muk and Gyarados. So there's going to be 4 Intimidate drops coming here because every Pokemon on the field right now is going to be intimidated, which is actually better for me than it is for him. I have the Gastrodon in the back, which is exactly what I'm going to switch into now. Also, I want to be able to have my Gyarados in the back in case I need to switch back in and have my attack at full as well as intimidate him again. But I think he predicts that I'm going to switch into Gastrodon, because he actually goes for the Dragon Dance on his Gyarados, and then he goes for the Shadow Bone on my Gastrodon. So I know he was trying to chunk that thing. I'm actually going to knock off that Marowak's Fit Club though, as well as do a big chunk of damage to it. So he's actually going to be very, very weak now, because now his attack got cut in half, as well as him having -1 attack. But he's going to Dragon Dance again. Not too worried about it, because I know Ice Fang or whatever he has is not going to do too much damage to me. Here he's going to go for the Bonemerang on my Alolan Muk, but at -1 and with no Thick Club, it's actually not going to do that much damage. So I'm just going to go for another knockoff and take that thing out. But yeah, my Gastrodon has the Storm Drain ability, so if he does decide to go for Waterfall with his Gyarados, it's not going to do anything because I'm just going to absorb it, and it's actually going to just give me a special attack boost. But what I'm going to do is go for the Toxic on that Gyarados, just try to get some residual damage on it every turn. That's going to be amazing for me, considering eventually, if he did get up enough Dragon Dances, his Ice Fangs would actually start to hurt. But here he's going to go out to Tapu Bulu, just to get up the grassy terrain, as well as threaten my Gastrodon. So what I can do here is switch out. So I'm going to switch out to my Sea Snake, just to lower that Gyarados' attack a little bit, as well as lower the Tapu Bulu's attack a little bit. And I'm going to protect with my Gastrodon, just so that I can guarantee he won't kill me this turn with a Horn Leech or a Wood Hammer or anything like that. But I think he actually predicts me to do something like that, because he goes for the Rock Slide. He doesn't go for the Wood Hammer or the Horn Leech on my Gastrodon, so he knew I was going to protect there. He just didn't know what I was going to do on the right side of the field, whether I was going to stay in or switch out. So maybe he just wanted to get the flinch on my Muk so that I wouldn't Poison Jab him. Maybe he just wanted to hit the incoming Gyarados. Either way, he knew I was going to protect that turn, so that was a good play on his part. Unfortunately for him, he misses, but I'm going to actually bring in my Muk again, just so that I'm not going to get Wood Hammered or anything like that. I'm very, very paranoid about that Tapu Bulu Wood Hammering me, as you guys can see, because I knew it was going to come eventually, and it actually comes now. But either way, he's going to Dragon Dance up again. That Gyarados is getting very scary over there. He's at +2 attack, I believe, and +3 speed. The Wood Hammer is going to do a decent chunk to me, but because of Muk's ability and item, he actually gains 50% of his HP back as soon as he hits 50% HP, which is pretty stupid, honestly. Alolan Muk is so good in this format. But I'm going to actually switch my Gyarados out and bring my Gastrodon back in, just in case he wants to go for the Hydro Vortex or the Waterfall that I know he probably has. So if he does go for a water move, I'll definitely be able to absorb it. But he goes for the Ice Fang. He knows exactly what I'm trying to do here. He knows I'm trying to absorb his water moves and gain a special attack boost. And because of that, he goes for the Ice Fang, gets a crit on my Muk, and then he goes for a Rock Slide and gets another crit on my Muk. What? My boy's out here taking all kinds of critical hits. And I went for the Poison Jab on the Gyarados instead of the Tapu Bulu, because I felt that it was pretty obvious that I was going to go for the Poison Jab on the Tapu Bulu. So I went for the Poison Jab on the Gyarados instead, just so I can try to kill this thing as quickly as possible. And he actually dies to the poison, so the poison actually built up so much that it actually ended up killing him that turn. So that's good for me, because he's going to send out his own Muk here. I have my Gastrodon here, but I also have my Gyarados in the back. So what I'm going to do now is go for the Protect, just to see what he's going to do. Maybe stall out another turn of the grassy terrain. Going to protect for both my Pokemon, actually, just in case, because I didn't know what he wanted to do. I didn't want him to knock off my Muk. I didn't want him to Horn Leech or Wood Hammer my Gastrodon. So I'm just going to sit here, protect, gain a little bit of HP back from the grassy terrain, stall out a turn of the grassy terrain, and then I'm going to switch my my Gastrodon back into my Gyarados because he has 2 physical attackers out, so I want to switch this thing in, intimidate both these Pokemon, make the Tapu Bulu even weaker. I think it was already at -1, but now it's definitely at -2. And now his not Marowak. Whenever there's so many Pokemon in this game that start with the letter M, I always get them confused. Muk, that is Muk. I have a Muk as well. Marowak is dead already. Nobody has a Marowak out. Okay, I got it. Anyways, so his Tapu Bulu has -2. His Muk has -1. He's gonna go for the Rock Slide, flinch my Muk. Great. I'm gonna go for the Dragonance here, just to get a boostinator, because I actually have the Z move as well. I have the Hydro Vortex on my Gyarados. He's gonna go for another Rock Slide. He's gonna flinch my Muk again. I can't believe it. He flinches my Muk again, and then he goes for the knockoff on my Gyarados, but it doesn't matter. He can't knock my item off because you cannot knock off Z crystals, because that would be stupid. Anyways, he's gonna go for Protect here because he knew that I was gonna go for the Z move on this turn, and that's actually going to help him because he's you guys are going to see when you protect a Z move, you can't fully protect the Z move, but when you protect the Z move, you still take 25% of the damage you would have taken. So he knew that I was going to go for the Z move on him that turn, which means that he knew that if he used Protect, he wouldn't take that much damage, which was very, very smart on his play, because I don't know, I just think that's a cool little. It adds a little bit more depth to the game, in my opinion. He knew I was going to use my Z move, so instead of just straight up dying, he protected it. It still took some damage, but he didn't take a lot of damage. And I actually crit him, and it did half, which means that I definitely would have killed him with the Hydro Vortex. But because he protected it and I crit him, it did half, and then he used his Figy Berry to restore his HP. But I'm just going to go ahead and take out his Tapu Bulu with a Poison Jab either way. Because he actually didn't flinch me this time. Great, I know, it's amazing. But he took out my Gyarados, but I have my Alolan Marowak here. I almost called him Muk, oh my god. Anyways, I have my Alolan Marowak here, just gonna go for the Bonemerang. His Figy Berry is already gone, so it's not going to activate there, and I'm going to take him out. So Bonemerang is used on Alolan Marowak because it's a single target move, which means it's going to do full damage, and it's not weakened by grassy terrain. Earthquake is most certainly weakened by grassy terrain though. But thank you guys for watching. I'm trying to get really, really good at VGC and maybe go to some tournaments, so stay on the lookout for that. Check out Just Too Sharp in the description, and hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. I am out of here. I will see you guys later. I love you all. Hit that subscribe button. Bye!